Okay, students. So in last video we have discussed about the Ohm's law, up to Ohm's law, and I said that in the vectorial form of Ohm's law that should be discussed separately in this video. Now what we'll discuss now, the vectorial form of Ohm's law. We know that Ohm's law is equal to V proportional to I, voltage proportional to current. It cannot be converted into a vectorial form as current is a scalar quantity. Current is not the vector quantity. So we cannot write into the vectorial form. Now, before that, I will introduce one point. Already in last video we discussed this one. The resistance term I discussed. Resistance depends upon this way. Resistance was proportional to length by area, or we wrote in this way: R is equal to some constant rho into L by A. Rho was the resistivity. We discussed this one in last video. So R is equal to rho L by A. One more point we discussed there in last video, that is equal to conductivity sigma, that is equal to 1 by rho. Conductivity is equal to 1 by rho. In last video already we discussed these two things. Now I will introduce another new things. See, the term is new to you. We call the current density. This is one term, current density. We write the letter J and it is a vector quantity. So remember, current is not a vector quantity, but current density itself is a vector quantity. Now we have to know what is current density. Current density says that when the current passes through certain area, suppose this is the current, these currents are passing, I current is passing through an area. Suppose this is the area. This is one area, area A. Through this area A, you are sending the current, I current. Then what is current density? Current density is equal to current by area. That means through certain area, amount of current passes is nothing but the your current density. Then how it is vector quantity? Because I is a scalar quantity. So obviously if the current density is vector, area should be vector quantity. Yes, in Gauss's theorem in static electricity, try to recall this one. Area was a vector, and area vector was, if it is the area ds or eds cos theta, so this ds, area vector was always perpendicular to the area. That means this is the direction of area A. This is the area vector. We write, see, we got in this way, the lines of force in static electricity, electric field is coming out, and ds area, this ds area is perpendicular, yes, just along the same direction. So this area was denoted by a vector perpendicular to the area we done in static electricity. Okay, so on that concept, if this is the area, then the area should be indicated by the vector which is perpendicular to the area. So this is the direction of area vector, and current is I is passing. That means this A, it is actually a vector quantity. So I can write that I by A is nothing but your current density, and this area is a vector quantity. Okay, so from that concept we can write now, let me take the duster. Now we can write that in this way, that current density concept is there, J is equal to I by A. Or okay, one more thing I have to discuss here. Suppose the area is here, area is along this direction area, and current was also acting along the same direction, so it was correct. But if the shape is like this, suppose this was the position of area, current in the same direction, now area is little bit slanted position in this way, then area vector should act along this direction, because now the area is slanted little bit. Then how to find out the vector J, that is the current density. Current density you have to write, then A should be taken the, if the angle is theta, then the component along this will be of A cos theta. So what is current density? Current density will be J equal to, current density will be then I, or the vector values, I divided by A cos theta. Or you can write that I is equal to J into A into cos theta. This I need, I will not rub this one. Okay, J of cos theta. Clear? If the A is little bit slanted position, J cos theta. Now vector, from vector we dot get A dot B, this is a scalar product. A dot B gives you the AB of cos theta. So whenever you got J of cos theta, it's nothing but the vector J dot vector A. Yes, current is equal to the product of the two vector quantities. So that's why current is a scalar quantity, because it is the nothing but the product of two vector quantity, dot product. That means the scalar product of two vectors. One is the current density J, other is the area cross section A, because area is also a vector. So I equal to J dot A. This is, remember this relation you have to get in class 10 level. This is the relation that why current is a scalar quantity. Directly, if you don't give any example, mathematically you want to give the answer to someone in interview that why current is a scalar quantity, then directly you can say the current is nothing but the dot product of the two terms. One is the current density J, another is the area across section A. J dot A is equal to I. So it is a scalar product. Obviously, the current should be a scalar quantity. From there also you can write. Okay. So this current density concept is needed to understand the vectorial form of Ohm's law. Okay. So three terms. One is the current density concept. Second is the resistance, how it depends upon in this way, and the sigma, that is the conductance, equal to 1 by the resistivity. Okay. With the help of these three, now I will move to the main discussion, that is the vectorial form of the Ohm's law. What is the vectorial form? How can we derive this vectorial form? We know this one. Suppose one where is there. Let me take one where is there. So through this where, if I set up the voltage V, this is positive to negative. Electric fields are passing like this, electric fields. This is the electric field and the length is suppose L length of the wire. So if I take the L length of the wire and electric field is E, then at the two end we can set up a voltage difference at this end and at this end. Suppose the voltage is V. If the voltage equal to V, then how the electric field is related to the voltage, can we have some idea? We know this one, that this V should be equal to E into L. Why? Just try to remember. E is equal to dV dx. We got this relation in static electricity. That means E into distance equal to the voltage. E into distance equal to the voltage. So electric field into distance is here L is equal to voltage. So from that concept we can write this one. Okay. E equal to V dot L, E dot L. So keep it equation number 1. Now what we got from the Ohm's law? In Ohm's law we get that we get the relationship V is equal to V equal to I into R. So from there we can write that what is V equal to I into R from Ohm's law. Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to I into R. What does it mean? I is I. R we can take this one, that is rho L by A. So this is also V. We got the explanation of V in with the two different equations, 1 and 2. So if we compare these two, we can write that our E dot L means E into L, no vector concept, scalar concept only. I into rho L by A. So L will cancel. Yes. Any more thing? No. Or we can write E is equal to I by A into rho. Is it? So up to this is clear? Okay. Let me wrap this portion. Two voltage equation. One is from our voltage and electric field, another is from the Ohm's law. Just substituting the value of R, we compare these two and we got this one. Okay. Now let me wrap this portion. So what we got? We got this one. The E is equal to I by A into rho. But what is I by A? Just now we have finished this discussion that our third point we can write current density J is equal to current I by area A if I write in vectorial form. So from there I by A is nothing but the current density in scalar term. So it is J into rho, that is equal to E. Or we can write rho we can write in this way, that is equal to J into rho is nothing but 1 by sigma. So we can write that is equal to 1 by sigma is equal to E. Or we can write from there that J is equal to E into sigma in this way. E is the electric field, J is the current density of your vector form. So in this way, this equation that J current density is equal to electric field into sigma, this we can write electric field actually, so V equal to IR we can write in this way. Better you write in this way that J is equal to sigma into E. Then you can compare with V equal to I into R. In this way you can write. So that is equal to J equal to sigma into E. We can write this one. This is the actually the vectorial form of Ohm's law. Vectorial form of Ohm's law. We can write the Ohm's law in this vectorial form. So remember, vectorial form, if you want to write this one, then current is a scalar quantity. You cannot convert into a vector quantity. You have to introduce one new term that is called the current density J. And current density equal to current by area. Area is a vector. That's why this J is a vector. So from there we can write J equal to I equal to J dot A. That means this is the scalar product of two vector quantity. That's why current is a scalar quantity. And from this concept, we can write J is equal to electric field E into sigma. So this is the vectorial form of Ohm's law. Clear? So keep up to this much. This is the vectorial form of Ohm's law. Okay, bye.